It was summer on Sodor. The sky was bright blue, the fields were full of flowers, and the birds sang sweetly. As Thomas filled up with water, he felt very happy. Suddenly there was a whoosh and a wheesh and a clickety-clack as a streak of silver roared by on the track.
Fizzling fireboxes! What was that?
All over Sodor, Thomas and his friends were buffeted and blasted on their tracks. Arr, slow down! Bust my buffers! Watch my paintwork! Trembling trucks! What was that? Gosh! Slow down, Speedy! Rail Radar! Later that day, Thomas and his friends were at the yard. They were very puzzled. He was big. He was silver. He was very, very fast.
So that must mean it's Spencer!
Hello, Sodor! What do you know? I'm here for the summer.
Why?
Because the Duke and Duchess of Boxford are having a new summer house built, and it must be finished in time for the Duke and Duchess's holiday. I'm very busy though, no time for chat. And Spencer puffed sleekly away.
Bust my buffers, having Speedy Spencer on Sodor for one day is bad.
But for the whole summer is terrible. For the rest of that day, Spencer teased all of the engines while they were doing their jobs. They grew very cross. That night at Tidmouth's sheds, all the engines were talking about Spencer. He teased Edward and I.
He told us we were too slow.
He said Toby was too old. Spencer's scary. The next day, Thomas and his friends were at Brendam Docks. Thomas was waiting to pick up his load. Then Spencer puffed into sight. Dear, oh dear, Thomas. It's just as well that the Duke and Duchess didn't choose a tiny toy tank engine like you to help them. You just can't pull heavy loads. Thomas was cross, and so were all the other engines. This time Spencer had gone too far.
No, I'm not. I can pull just as heavy loads as you.
Yes, he can. Even heavier. Thomas is not a toy. He's a really useful engine. And he's very strong. The Sodor engines didn't scare Spencer. Suddenly, an idea bubbled into Spencer's mind. All right then, if you're so fast and strong, I challenge you to a race. Thomas was nervous.
Bust my buffers!
But the other engines thought that he could, and they believed in him. This made Thomas feel much better. The next day, Thomas was getting ready to start the race with Spencer, and all the engines were getting ready to watch. Edward then told both engines the rules, and they got ready.
Cinders and ashes! I've broken my brakes! No! Oh no, Spencer's sure to win now. He'll be wondering where I am. Where am I?
Suddenly, he saw an engine. It was the oldest, rustiest engine he'd ever seen. Oh, too bad your brakes failed, said the old engine. Thomas was confused. He didn't know what to say.
Hello, I'm Thomas.
My name is Hiro.
What are you doing here?
That's a long story. Do you like stories?
Yes, please tell me.
So Hiro told Thomas his story. I came here a long time ago. I was one of the first engines on Sodor. I came here on a very big ship. I remember when I came, they called me Master of the Railway. Then I started to break down. I had to wait for parts from my island, but now I'm sure the parts will never come.
I'll tell the Fat Controller right away.
Thomas, please no, you can't do that. If anyone finds out about me today, I'll be scrapped. I'm very old and rusty. I'll be sent to the smelter's yard for sure. Thomas was shocked. That wasn't fair. He now knew that his new friend was sad, lonely and scared. Then Thomas had an idea.
I know, I can fix you. Each day I'll bring more parts. Then you'll be fixed and the Fat Controller won't scrap you.
Oh, thank you so much. So Thomas puffed quickly away. Thomas wanted to help Hiro right away, but he knew that first he would have to go to the Sodor Steamworks to get his brakes fixed, so that's where he went. The Sodor Steamworks was full of engines, people and action, and best of all, Victor. Thomas, tell me my friend, what were you doing out there in the middle of nowhere, with those two trucks? The next time Spencer asks you to do something silly, do me a favour, will you? Say no. Thomas had forgotten all about the race with Spencer. Suddenly, Thomas heard a familiar whistle, and Spencer arrived. Why, hello, Thomas. I won the race, said sneaky Spencer.
Oh yes, well done, Spencer,
puffed Thomas. Spencer was confused. What? But I thought that... Are you here for a reason, Spencer? Because you're taking up a lot of track, said Victor. Huh, no one speaks to me like that. So Spencer crossly puffed away. He's all silver steam and bossy boiler, that one. Thomas laughed. He liked Victor. Oh, sorry. Kevin. Oh, sorry, boss. I was trying, boss. Just a slip of the hook, that's all. You don't drop things, you lower things. Slowly, slowly, gently, gently. Oh yes, sorry, boss. Thomas was just thinking about how he could help Hiro when he noticed something. It was a flat bed, and on it were spare parts. He knew those would be ideal to give to Hiro.
What's that?
Asked Thomas. That old thing? Oh, that's just taking up track.
May I take it?
Of course, if you can manage, replied Victor. Thomas thanked them and hurried off with it.